Hello, online crew, and welcome to today's live where this is one of the most important things, I think, in our journey of entrepreneurialism and building a business online and being in social selling and network marketing and whatever. This is just key. And I know I have to pull myself up on this pretty much daily. So if I have to do it, and I'm quite motivated and I'm quite, organized and all the kind of things. So if I know I struggle with this, I know there's a hell of a lot of you out there that struggle with what I'm about to share with you today. This is not new. If you've been around me for a while, you would have heard this over and over again, but some of you need to hear it over and over again to really realize how important this is. Okay, so I'll get to that in a minute. If we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain. So I'm here to steer our ship of amazing entrepreneurs, modern social sellers, those in network marketing, the trials and tribulations of building your business on social media and trying to get traction in that way. If you want to do that, but you want to be a human before a marketer, then you're in the right place, because that's what I'm all about. Really being a human before a marketer. No spammy tactics, thank you very much. No cold messaging, thank you very much. Let's just, create a good presence on social media and attract people to us with the language that we use, the conversations that we have, the social media posts, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's what we're here to do. So if that's what aligns with you, then you'll probably like my training. So how are you guys today? Where are you tuning in from today? I'd love to know what part of the globe we've got represented here today, and I'll look at that in a moment. Just a couple of reminders. Yesterday, if you missed Clubhouse, go and catch the recording. If you go to helenmartinonline.com/events, every Monday we update that page. And so you'll get, so where it goes to Clubhouse, you can actually now access the recording. For that, we talked a lot about evaluating your business, where you're at, goal setting, what you need to do to really evaluate your business to know what to do moving forward. Like, it's a really important discussion. So I do encourage you to catch the replay of yesterday's Clubhouse discussion. It's just audio if you're not familiar with it. So while you're doing the dishes or driving the car or folding the clothes or doing whatever you're doing, just have that in the background and have a listen to it. It's just like listening to a podcast, really. If you're in the coaching community, the live Q&A Zoom calls of this week, we had the one yesterday for those in the US and Canada, and tonight, my time, early morning UK people, we'll be doing live Q&A Zoom call number 2. So what do you think one of the most important things is to determine your success in this industry? What do you think? I mean, there's probably a lot of things that you could come up with. But what do you think one of the most important things is that will determine your success in this particular industry? I'd love to know. And I know there will be some, this is the reality of this kind of topic and even this kind of heading. And this is where most people go wrong. So everybody wants the shiny stuff. They want things like the TikTok Bootcamp. Oh, by the way, if you're not registered, that's next week. So let me put that link up for you. If you are not registered for our free TikTok Bootcamp, but you would like to learn a little bit more about TikTok, the foundations of TikTok, how you get started in TikTok, how you brand yourself with TikTok, how do you message people and communicate with people on TikTok, then register for that bootcamp. It's completely for free. I'm nuts. I know. I give you guys so much. If you hang around me, I give you a lot for free. So make sure you register for the TikToks. That's all the stuff that people want. If I did a boot camp on what the heading says, plain and simple, your success depends on this boot camp, no one would register because no one really cares. But this is the stuff that actually determines you being successful. So any comments there of what you guys think? Let's say hello, Cherie. Hello, Beth. Hello, Facebook user. Hello, Facebook user from Georgia, Midwest USA. Me and my mindset, consistency. Consistency is one of them. Hello, Janine. How are you? Great to see you on. Me and my mindset, pretty much nailed it there. So here's what I mean. So stay with me and stay with this discussion. You can only achieve what you actually believe that you can achieve and say that you achieve. Here's what most people do. It's hard. I'm not a good recruiter. I have problems getting customers. I'm not sure what to post on social media. I'm exhausted by social media. I don't want to do it. I don't know if this business is for me. I just, deep down, can I really be successful at this business? I don't know. Does that ring true for any of you guys? Those kind of comments? And I catch myself pretty much every day. Negativity creeps in every day. Very rarely will you come across a person that has nothing negative to say, or that, you ask them how they are and they go, I'm amazing. I feel great. Life's good. Very few people will give you an answer like that. It is human nature to sway towards the negative. Unfortunately, that's a lifetime of media, news, newspapers, articles. The fun stuff, the happy stuff doesn't sell. Everybody's glued into all the bad stuff that goes on around the world. We are accustomed, unfortunately, and programmed towards the negative. So you've got to guard your words, guys. You've got to guard your language. You've got to catch yourself quickly. This is what I've learned to do. And I tell you over and over and over again, the best thing you can do is catch your words and pivot. And when something goes wrong, you don't go, oh, this is too hard. Why is all this happening to me? Why can't I get a break? Why can't I get any customers? Why can't I get any team members? Why is this, happening to me? Why am I not getting any results? Don't go there. It doesn't serve you. If you argue for your limitations, I can't, or I find recruiting hard. If you continually say that, guess what? Recruiting will always be hard for you. You know this. This is not new, and I've said it over and over again. But I catch people's language, and I've caught a lot of people's language in the last week. And it's like, we've got to get this through to people. Don't argue for your limitations. When you talk negative, you're just arguing for your limitations, and you get to keep them when you repeat them. When you think things are hard, when you think you can't do things, you won't do things, or, something's really challenging, it will continue to be challenging. It will continue to be hard. You can only get the results that you believe that you can get. And I know some of you want to get to the next rank, or you want to get the next amount of customers or clients or whatever it is that you do. And deep down, your little voice is going, I don't know if I'll ever get there. Yeah, I want to get to this rank. I want that many customers. I want to do it. And the little voice is going, I just don't know if it's going to happen this month. You can't think like that. Don't argue for your limitations. And this is the thing about things like affirmations and positive statements and things like that. The problem with them, that you get told by a lot of people, do positive affirmations and say positive things every day. Yeah, great. But if as soon as you say them, like, I'm going to get to such and such rank by the end of the month, and your little voice goes, oh, I don't know if that's possible. That's a real stretch. Think of the volume I need to get in the next 3 weeks to make that happen. But I'm going to get there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to, your little voice will outpower everything. Please guard your words, guard your language, guard your thoughts. You will achieve things when you actually tell yourself you can achieve them, and you can believe that you can achieve them. And in this industry, a lot of people are full of doubts. What's the reason that you don't go for it in stories? What's the reason that you don't go for it in creating reels? What's the reason that you stop yourself posting? Don't feel like it. I'm off social media at the moment. I find it exhausting. Or I don't know what to post. None of that is positive. That's just negative stuff that keeps you stuck and overwhelmed. When you think, I'm going to work this out, I'm going to work this out until I get better results. I'm going to work this out until I get my next customer. I'm going to work through these challenges until we get to the other side. I'm going to learn and grow and implement until I get to the next rank. You need to tell your own head what it is that you want to achieve, because human nature, the way our brains are wired, natural, like just nature, in the way that we think and the way that, we are wired as human beings. And I say this over and over and over again, your brain is designed to keep you safe. And anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, your brain will talk you out of every time. Maybe you want to post something and think, oh, what are people going to think? Maybe you want to get more real raw in your stories. You're like, oh, what are people going to think? Who cares? Tell yourself, I don't care what anybody thinks. They don't pay my bills. This is something that I want. This is something I'm striving for, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to achieve it. When you continually remind your own brain what it is that you want to achieve, things and opportunities and possibilities will come your way. People will present themselves to maybe buy something off you as a customer or join you in your team. When you are continually thinking this industry is hard, or you don't know if you can do it, or there's all these obstacles in the way as to why you couldn't do it, I didn't have time. I just didn't have time. I'm struggling with. If that's your language, if that's your thoughts, if that's what you say all the time, and you're always kind of making excuses, you will never get there. So you have to tell your own brain, which is trying to keep yourself comfortable, over and over again. No, I am going to keep going, and I'm going to show up until I get to whatever it is, whatever the achievement is, and then you change your language from there. You'll have a new goal, you'll have new affirmations, you'll have a new statement that you want to say once you get there. But you have to guard your language, guys. And when things get a little bit negative and you're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, or these challenges, like I'm just getting hit with all these challenges, nothing is going right at the moment, I don't know what's going wrong. Like if you hang on to that, guess what? Something else will go wrong. If you can't hang on to your teammates, they join, but they don't stay. And that's the pattern you see, and the pattern that you hang on to, that's going to continue to happen. If you continue to attract low-level people to your business that they want it, but they don't want to do the work, and you hang on to that, it's like I keep attracting people that, are not high-quality leaders. If you keep saying that, that's what you're going to keep attracting. So you need to change what you don't like. And it comes down to your thoughts, which then comes out of your mouth, which is your words and your language. You need to tell your brain, I'm going to attract high quality leaders. I am going to attract people that are like-minded to me and have the same work ethic as me. I'm going to attract those people. And you tell your brain that, because your brain is telling you to do the dishes or sit down and watch the TV, and because that's more comfortable than getting out of your comfort zone and sending messages that you're scared to send, prospect people, or put a post out on social media that scares you. Like you've got to know how the human brain works, and you've got to take control of whatever it is that you want and stop telling yourself that things are hard and go for it. So if things creep in all the time, don't think I'm not negative about the industry. Don't think for a minute I don't want to give up every now and again because of something that challenged me. And it's like, oh, is this all worth it? As soon as it pops in my head, I'm like, okay, out you go. Of course it's worth it. Of course it's worth it. It's just a little blimp that I've got to overcome. It's just where we're at the moment. Maybe I'm not on point at the moment. Maybe I'm not feeling as healthy as I normally am. Like, it's okay. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. You have to shift those thoughts like very, very quickly. The longer you hang on to them, the longer you'll stay stuck. So if you know you've got barriers, if you know you're avoiding your business, if you know things aren't necessarily going that well for you, if you're not necessarily the most positive person about the industry, learning TikTok isn't going to change that. Learning Reels isn't going to, listening to more training isn't going to change that. You've got to think positively about the journey that you're on and what you can achieve, and believe that you can do it. Like, do you back yourself? Do you really back yourself? Do you know when you put your mind to something? Like, think of something in your past that you put your mind to and achieved it. Go back to that, place. You can absolutely, I know you can absolutely achieve things when your mind is, and your drive and your motivation and your determination amongst all the challenges, that you're driven to do it. And we have a lot of challenges in this industry, a lot. And it doesn't take much for people to get negative about whether they think they can or they think they can't. Or they might say on a surface, in an excited moment. Yeah, I'm going to get to such and such rank next month, but you got no plan, you got no vision, and deep down you don't think you can do it. That's up to you to change. So all the fancy stuff, all the training that you listen to, all of that kind of stuff, that's not the most important stuff. You will only be able to achieve what you believe you can achieve. So what are you telling yourself about what you can achieve? And start with baby steps. If you set the vision too high and it's completely out of reach and you've never achieved anything like that in your life before, you're probably setting yourself up for disappointment. So yes, you want to think big, and yes, you want to dream, and yes, you want to set the vision and inspire people with that vision and all of that kind of stuff. But just set yourself the next goal, and then the next goal, and then the next goal, and believe in yourself that you can do it. And when you start doubting yourself, you need to catch those thoughts and go, no, we're not going there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep going until I do this. It is so, so, so important. So what I really want you to try to do is listen to the way that you think. Does that make sense to you? You need to really listen to the thoughts that go through your mind. And when the negative stuff slips in, the question that I've told you guys many times that I ask myself, what do I need to learn from this? What do I need to learn from this? Okay, the lesson might be, in this particular circumstance, this is out of my control. Getting pissed off and upset and all of that about it is not going to change anything because this one's out of my control. Maybe something goes wrong in your business with something and it's something you can't control. It's like, okay, what do I need to learn from this? Okay, I need to try to, do the best that I can to make it right. I need to, have a conversation with that person to try to ease the tension. I need to, whatever it is, like, what do I need to learn from this? What do I need to do? Okay, I need to shift my way of thinking. Have your moment. Like, things happen to us where we get triggered, and you might get really hurt. You might get upset. You might get angry. You might cry. You might do things. Like, have your emotion. You don't bottle up emotions. It's not healthy for you. So have your moment, but then, within, like, the book I've told you guys about many times, from John Maxwell, about, what's the name of the book? It's over there, buried under all my books. No, it's buried there somewhere. I can't remember the name of the book, but it's like, if you're in an emotion, for any more than 24 hours, then you're choosing to sit in that emotion. If you choose to sit frustrated, if you choose to sit in, a place of negativity, more than 24 hours, like, allow yourself to grieve and do what you need to do. But after maximum 24 hours, like, move yourself in an hour if you can. The better you get at it, the more you practice it, the more you'll be able to shift your mood and your thoughts, and then you can get back on track and pivot really quickly. But don't sit in negativity, guys, because it's not going to help you build your business in any way. Does this make sense to you? Like, and I know this is not necessarily anything you haven't heard before, but it doesn't matter how much I say it to people, I still pull them up. Like, years of mentoring people, some people, I still pick them up on their language. It's like, no. We don't want to go there. How about we say this? Or how about we rephrase what you just said and turn it into this? Oh, yeah, that's so much a better way to look at it. So it takes a lot of practice to get really good at catching the way that you actually think. And as soon as that negativity pops in, it's hard, it's challenging. I don't know if I can. I'm too busy. I'm too this. I'm too that. I don't have time. As long as all those things, you allow them and you say them consistently, you'll never have time. You'll never have time. So change it. If you want more results, if you want better results, you have to catch that stuff and change it really quickly. And when you're really confused, you just sort of sit with it and go, okay, what do I need to learn from this? What do I need to learn from this? I don't get it. I don't understand it. This one's beyond my control. This sucks. Whatever's going on. What do I need to learn from this? And then you think differently. You trigger a different thought pattern. Okay? All right. So, yes, Beth, it's all up to me. Hello, Laurie. Hello, Merla. How are you? It's up to me to expect the desired outcome. Even a mentor, like, I mentor people that still aren't shifting through their crap, because I can't help them do that. They need to do that themselves. I can give them all the tools, I can pull them up on it, but they have to go and execute it. It's like you watch training. You can watch all the training under the sun, but unless you go and take action in your business, it ain't going to grow. So you can have the right tools and resources and training and all that kind of stuff around you, but none of that matters unless you sort out your own head. Okay? You will only achieve what you believe that you can achieve. Write it down. I will only achieve what I believe I can achieve. And then, work out what it is that you want to achieve. Laurie, my standard response is, how are you? 2 is always, I'm awesome. Yeah, not many people would say that. Janine, I heard yesterday to ask what has been great today instead of how are you? Good twist. Janine, love that. Tracy, needed to hear this as I struggle with that little voice in my head. We all have one. It doesn't matter how successful the person is. You might think somebody's, who's got millions of dollars, they still have a little voice. They still have doubts. They're just really good at not listening to it. Listening and turning it around really quickly. Everybody has a little voice. Okay. Hey, Kim, good to see you on. Beth, makes perfect sense. This is good. I had a crap thing happen today, so this is timely. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Merla, but you know what to do with it. You know how to process that and move on. It's always the bigger picture. Sometimes when things go wrong, we get stuck in the moment. And sometimes you need to get out of the moment and think of the bigger the picture of what you're trying to achieve and who you're trying to help, and the bigger picture of what that you're trying to do. Sometimes we just get little bumps along the way that we have to navigate. Cherie, it makes sense. I would continue to move forward. Good to hear. I've stopped using some words altogether. Busy, tight. Amazing, Janine. That's a really good example. So just the word busy is a real catch for majority people. I'm too busy. And when I speak to people about that, it's like, well, yeah, we're all busy. I'm flat out. I've got 11 different income streams. I've got things that I do other than this. I still do consulting accounting work. I still teach at the gym. I've got investment properties that I need to look after. I've got lots of things going on. And yeah, I'm busy, but I still get done what I need to get done. You can't use it as an excuse. It just means you're not prioritizing your business. That's what it means. Because you can all fill your day with stuff. There is no problem with any one of you filling your day with a mountain of things. I know you've all probably got a list to do between your business and your personal things and bills to pay and taxes and insurances, or whatever it is you need to organize in your life. Everybody can fill their day being busy. But are you prioritizing and time blocking and making time for your business? That kind of stuff. Laurie, last comment, and then we'll jump off. My subconscious statements are, that's typical, that figures, and I'm catching those so much more often. Well done, Laurie. And that's what about, you're learning to catch your bad habits with your phrases and catching them and go, no, I don't want to think like that anymore. That's what you have to do. You just go, I don't want to think like that anymore. I don't want to be that negative person anymore. I want to be an inspiration to others. I really do want to grow my business and be a leader to other people. That's what I really want to my core. So I'm going to make that happen. And yes, you're going to have challenges along the way, but just remember what you're doing this for at the end of the day, and who you're doing it for. All right. I hope that helps in some way. Please remember this live. These lives. And I'm doing this today because I launched the TikTok Bootcamp the other day. So I'm doing my videos in a different order this week. But this is the important stuff, because it all starts with the way that you think. And I say it again, you can only achieve what you believe that you can achieve. So what do you believe? Okay. Watch that little voice. All right, so I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got some updates for you regarding, Facebook and stuff like that. So join me tomorrow at the same time and I'll give you those updates. And don't forget to register for the TikTok Bootcamp. That's next week. Just remember, I'm not live on Instagram next week. I'm not live on my business page next week. I'm not live on YouTube next week. I'm only live in my social media group, but you'll get all those details when you register for the TikTok Bootcamp. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.